What's up, everybody? Florida with 5 coming back at you again with another video. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It shows us you really like what we're doing here and motivates us a lot to keep making videos.
Yeah. So today what we wanted to do real quickly, it's probably going to be a quicker video. We just wanted to touch on a couple of things. One, give a little update on the storm. Oh,
Number
I know
one.
what you're doing. Okay. And then two, kind of give you a little, we haven't done some like 6-month video, kind of where we're at with the whole move and everything. And then I just wanted to kind of touch base a little bit on some of the frustrations I've had with just the difference between back home versus things I'm having to get used to here. So,
Take it away.
do you want to start on the update on the storm?
Update on the storm. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. We are starting to feel the effects of Dorian just a little bit.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, we're having...
Although, last night in the middle of the night, that scared me. We had some, you were snoring and, yeah. And,
yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what she's talking about.
And then all of a sudden, remember I got you up, you had to go check on the kids, and
Don't remember that.
it was like downpouring?
Don't remember.
Are you serious? You were walking around doing things.
Don't remember that.
Oh, that's scary. Okay, well, anyways, he was sleepwalking around the house, checking everything. Well, that makes me feel better to know that you're actually checking things that I asked you to.
It's all good, babe.
Anyways, all of a sudden, it was like completely quiet out and then just torrential downpour. It was really loud. The wind was starting to pick up. So it kind of scared me a little bit, but didn't last too long. So, and then today, just on and off, we've
Yeah,
had
so
some storms.
we're getting spotty showers, spotty thunderstorms, random times throughout the day. Like this morning, we had one 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, which is uncommon. Usually we get thunderstorms, but it's 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night usually, and then that's it, and it clears up. Today we've been getting, the bands are kind of rolling through the state, so we're getting all these bands that are coming off of Dorian, along with, right now it's, 5 something in the afternoon, and it's windy out. It's not like blow your patio furniture away windy, but much more wind than what we're used to here in Central Florida.
And I think we're just, observant of it because we know what's going on.
No, right. If it was any other day, I
Yeah.
wouldn't even notice it probably.
Yeah, exactly.
So really, we're not feeling much.
No. I'm feeling the effect of my kids not being back in school.
Yeah, that's the main
Oh.
thing.
Yeah, but they're over there. They're doing some of their hurricane activities, so we're good. But
On to our update.
yeah. So how long have we been here?
We've been here about 7 months now.
7 months. Okay. So
6.5 months. We'll call it a 6-month update.
Okay. And I miss home.
Still.
Yeah. We haven't, if you've noticed, we haven't really been putting out a whole lot of videos. We're trying to change that now and gonna keep them coming, hopefully. But we kind of got in a little bit, would you say a funk? A little bit? Sort of?
It was summer, kids are off of school.
Yeah, shouldn't say funk. We were busy.
Busy, very busy.
Sports, we had gymnastics, we have
Football,
baseball,
baseball.
lots of things going on. We had my family here, which was amazing. I think that was the only time this summer that I did not miss home. It brought me back to that one saying, how does it go? It doesn't matter where you live as long as who you're with, or something like that. If you know what I'm talking about, you can put a little comment down. It is a saying, it's a real thing. But that was probably the first time in a long time
Was it if you love something, let it go?
No.
Oh, not that. That's
Doesn't matter where you live as long as who you're with. Something, I don't know. I saw it in like a Hallmark movie or
Well,
something.
we did love something. We let it go, and it came back. They came to us. So
Anyways,
it's ours.
it was like the first time all summer that I didn't think about wanting to go home, because I had my family here. Well, some of my family. Not all my family. So I still miss all my family. But I had my mom here, my sisters, their family, their kids. It was a really, really good week. It wasn't a long enough week, but it was a really, really, really good week.
And that was just a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
in the middle of August. We have a trip planned back to Wisconsin for Thanksgiving for a week. So we won't have that much time in between seeing everybody.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
awesome.
Which that's my hope. I'm hoping that we can kind of coordinate things just right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that
Alternate family coming down here, us going back,
Yeah.
so that hopefully we don't
there's
have
not
more.
a whole too much time in between of missing people.
Right.
So that's what the hope is. But I've really I thought by now I would be adjusted more to like, this is my home. This is, I'm never going back, and I'm just not there yet. And that's okay. He is, as everyone could probably tell he is definitely loving it here.
I got
and
my tan on it.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do I got a farmer tan?
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Slightly, maybe.
Yeah. He loves it here, which is great. He loves his job. That's all great because,
Yeah.
you're the breadwinner and you need to love what you do. So that's all good. And I'm not saying that I don't like it here and that I don't want to stay here. I do. It's just taking me longer. So that's where we're at. And with that comes a lot of frustrations with other things that I'm not used to. Those of you out there that are from a big city, a lot of what I'm going to say, you're going to be like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. But we have to remember this is from our perspective and what we're used to.
Let's do this. Let's talk about, we come from the Midwest. So let's talk about the differences you're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll talk about how it is, where we come from in the Midwest, and then we'll talk about what it's like here.
Right. So
First thing.
back home, I come from a very small community. So it's not uncommon to call a doctor's office and, unfortunately, those who know me know that I have a lot of health issues. I was born with a rare lung disease. I also have heart issues and things like that. So I unfortunately have to be at a doctor appointment a lot more than I would like to be. So back home, I could call my doctor, and it's not unheard of to call and say, can I please talk to a nurse? I have some questions. Boom, they get you right over to the nurse, and you talk to the nurse, and it's fine. And it's also not uncommon to have my doctor directly call me at home. It was not uncommon to have that back home. I had a lot of my pulmonologist, my cardiologist, all of them a lot of times would get the note from the doctor or the nurse that I had called, and they would call me back on their drive home from work, and they would talk to me and say, hey, I just want to check in with you. That's not uncommon back home. Here, that's like unheard of. That does not happen here. And maybe if you know a place that I don't know, that I haven't found yet, and you're from here and you're like, but my doctor does that, please put it down below.
So I think what she's trying to say is it seems a lot less personable here.
It is, which, it's fine. It's just something I'm getting used to. Again, though, if you are from here and you have a doctor that it sounds like what I'm talking about back home, please put it down in the comments. I'm always willing to get out there and meet other places. Other doctors. I'm still trying to find my fit and my right fit with some of my specialists that I have to have. So I'm definitely interested in anything anyone has to offer for tips and info. But a lot of my experiences I've had here so far, you call a doctor's office, you're lucky if they answer the phone. Some of the places I've went to where I say, can I talk to a nurse? They're like, nurses don't answer, phone calls, or like a lot of things. If you have a question, you have to come in. You have to pay that, they want that copay. Like I had an ultrasound done. After the ultrasound back home, I would immediately see my doctor and get the results of things. Nope,
part of that is we have a new insurance too.
Yeah.
So that's part of it too.
Yeah, that's part of that too. But
Lucy, would you like to show everybody what you made?
Let's see.
Princess Lucy is over there painting. Ooh. And she made something special. It is a unicorn. You did a great job, sweetheart.
Did you name her?
Go put it on the counter and we'll let it dry.
Una?
Oh,
that's awesome.
Okay, so that's the first difference. Second big thing we want to touch on is Maverick's painting. That's what we want to touch base on. We would like to touch base that Maverick painted. What did you paint? What is that?
I don't know. He's shy.
A superhero turtle. That's what we're going to call it. It looks like a superhero turtle.
You did a good job, buddy. High five.
And we will hang this up somewhere as soon as it dries.
Okay.
Go put it away.
All right, we're almost done, okay? So all in all, what I'm trying to touch on with the doctors on me getting adjusted to it, it's just different. Back home, I'm used to a little bit more one-on-one, personable. My thoughts here so far with the doctors I've gotten to, I just feel like, you know, like right away I had a little bit of a scare, so I was nervous and was having anxiety, and I wanted to make sure everything was okay from my ultrasound, which everything is perfectly fine. But there right away while I'm in the room, I'm like, can I get the results? And they're like, for $100, you know? That's literally what they said to me. I was in the room. With our insurance is different than it was back home. But like, I don't know, like my doctors back home, I feel like even if my insurance was the same back home, they would be like, everything is fine, everything looks great. You know, doctor's gonna sneak in and talk to you. Not here. It's like, even like when you get a physical, right? We wait for that letter in the mail and all that other stuff. They don't do any of that. They want, everything is that you have to come back. If you have one simple question, like, hey, I'm feeling a little palpitation today. I'm feeling like maybe my heart medicine needs to be upped a little bit. Can I just talk to a nurse to see, you know, kind of what the thoughts are? It's, you got to come in. Everything is, you got to come in. So it's just kind of the inconvenience, I would say, of things. But, anyway, so that's just the difference. I'm not saying that's bad. We've also come across some amazing doctors down here. Our kid's pediatrician is the best. Like, love him, love him. He is the type of person, he will FaceTime us. He will call us. Amazing. Their office is amazing.
The other cool thing we found with doctors.
Yes.
Doctor on demand. That is cool. Our insurance accepts it. It's an app you get. You literally FaceTime a doctor.
It is so cool.
It's the best for colds,
like
sinus infections,
ear, you know, that
anything
kind of
like
stuff.
that. They'll assess you over FaceTime. I think it costs like $50, which then you owe nothing after that.
It's awesome.
And they're able to prescribe you medications. You don't have to do the drive to the doctor, wait an hour in the waiting room, all that stuff. You don't have to, you know, with us with 5 kids,
It's
sitting in a waiting room or a doctor's office.
Now, obviously, you can't do that for physicals and those kind of, you have to go in. But for the short little, you know, things that, you know, sinus, that kind of stuff, like you said, it is so awesome. They are so great. We have not come across one, like, unprofessional doctor on there. I think they all have, 15 to 20 years experience.
Yeah, I think that's
so
mandatory.
it's like, yeah. So that's cool. I like that. So, but yeah, I would just say, to kind of sum up what I'm saying, my specialists, I would say, have been the hardest to kind of find. That is more personable. I am not afraid to admit I am someone, I need to be babied. You need to hold my hand through stuff. I've unfortunately been someone from little to now. I've had a lot of health issues, so I get nervous. I get white coat syndrome. So I am someone that needs to be held, walked through things. So that's just been a little bit of the difference here versus back home. I definitely miss them, miss all my specialists back home and things like that. But we will find it. We just got to keep looking. There's got to be someone phenomenalist, you know.
Phenomenalist.
You know what I mean.
We're patenting that.
Yes. There's got to be someone here that is just like, that is what I'm looking for. So we just got to take the time. And like I said, if you know of anyone, if you're watching and you're like, hey, I have a cardiologist, or hey, I have a pulmonologist, or whatever, that sounds like what I'm looking for, please leave it in the comments. And we know nothing here. So I'm totally willing to check people out and things like that. The other thing we wanted to touch on is what?
The schools.
The schools.
Which we are feeling quite a bit better now this year. Than last year.
So much better.
Yes.
Again, same difference like with the doctors, more personable versus, you know, back home. Obviously.
Although, I didn't mean to cut you off, but one of our kids, our second oldest, has a fabulous teacher that is like, it reminds me of back home. She's constantly emailing us, giving us updates, everything. And that's what we were lacking last year, is the parent-teacher communication. We felt like it was just a lot less than it was back in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But now I think we're starting to feel like we're getting that level.
No, like, for real, I walked into the school this year, and I walked into the office and like they knew my name. And they knew who my kids were and everything. And oh my gosh, I know it sounds like such a small thing, but
They probably watch our YouTube videos.
yeah, probably not.
No.
But anyways, no, I walked in and right away they're like, "Oh, hi, Lindsay," you know, and they knew my kids' names. And for some of you, it's probably like, well, yeah, you should be going. So that's not what we were getting last year. It was very much like every time I'd go there, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. And now like this year, there's teachers that are like, oh yeah, you know, how's Brody doing? Is he up at the, you know? So now it's starting to feel more homey, definitely homey. My kids all love their teachers this year. Brody is having a phenomenal time up at the upper campus. Spanish. He loves his Spanish teacher, which he's in. I was very nervous about because Brody's in all like accelerated classes. So literally everything he's in except gym is accelerated. So there are times that he's got to be up by the big kids and things. And I was very nervous about that. But he just is like, they make me feel really comfortable and all of that. So that is awesome. So that's been a big difference, making me feel a little bit better, and helping me feel more at home too. You know, I've also been going out of my comfort zone, and like we joined a new app for the neighborhood. The kids just started the bus.
That was nerve-wracking at first.
Oh, that was not a good experience. I kept calling you and like crying and just being like, Lamer's bus would never do this to us.
You know, that brings up a good point though too, because back in Wisconsin, you know, we lived a couple minutes from the school. Mm-hmm. Driving to go pick them up, no big deal. Here, you know, we live 20 minutes away from the school with no traffic. You know, with traffic, you're talking 35 minutes. And then this is what gets you, that you said maybe people in bigger cities can relate. The carpool line is crazy. You can literally get there and wait in line. Your kid's going to be waiting outside for an hour before you even get through the line to pick them up.
Before you even get them.
So that's why we kind of decided to go the bus route. We were wasting time, gas money, everything.
And the thing too about back home too is like when our kids took the bus back home, it was 2 blocks from the school. Now my kids have to get on a highway and you know, go on, you know, that 27, which is, you know, and that was really nerve-wracking for me. And another thing too is every time I called Lamer's bus line, shout out to you guys were amazing, they answered right away.
They knew where the bus was. They knew who was on the bus.
I'd be like, oh my gosh, the bus is like 3 minutes late. And they'd be like, hold on. And they would, oh, they're right around the corner. You know, this one, they didn't know anything. I waited on hold for almost 40 minutes because they couldn't get the bus driver to respond to the page. So it just was and they're just not nice. And
the bus driver is nice.
Bus driver's amazing. I met her, and she is so awesome. She kept reassuring me a million times. I was that crazy mom going, do you really see they're on your list, right? You check them off, and absolutely, she has walked my hand through everything. So she is amazing. I've met some amazing moms at the bus stop that have walked me through everything. I mean, they're the ones even with the hurricane. You need this. So that's all been awesome with, you know, making those steps of feeling like home. I've had these bus moms texting me all week. One just texted me a little bit ago, just checking on us and making sure that we're all right. So that's been really good. That's been good. But it was a little bit, I've had a lot of meltdowns of, I'm going home, I can't believe, you know, but it's getting better.
It's getting better. We're figuring stuff out.
We're figuring things out. And I think the biggest thing on helping get there is just having these talks with my mom and my dad of just, you need to get out there, Lindsay. You need to get, you know, when you're at the pool, you need to, you know, I know you're shy, but you need to talk to people and ask them things. And that has been like the biggest thing for me.
Who wouldn't want to be our friends?
Oh, God.
Right?
Really? Yeah. Because we're just so cool.
Yeah.
But that's been the biggest thing is just I've really been reaching out, kind of going out of my comfort zone and just going up to strangers and being like, do you live here? And, you know, asking different...
Without being creepy.
Well, we live in a community where you can have quite a few vacationers.
Oh,
so
right.
we could be at the pool and you're not quite sure, like, does that lady live here? Does she not? And then once you start to see them more and more, then you realize, okay. And I've met a lot of wonderful people. The staff down at the pool, they're awesome. They have been a big help to us, just giving us different tips and things. So that's all been good. So is it getting better? I feel like we're in a better place from the previous video that we did our update on. Definitely. It's, the visits with the family have to happen, but I feel like when the goodbyes come, it takes me a little bit. It's definitely puts me in a little bit of a funk for about a week of just, they're so hard to say goodbye. It's hard to say goodbye, but then you kind of have to snap into it. We got 5 kids. You can't be in a funk for too long. So, but we have had so many people standing, alongside of us and have been really helpful. And so that's been good. But it's just, if I didn't have to be at doctors so much, this would be not even a big deal. And if I wasn't someone that was just, needing my hand held all the time like a little baby.
Or a worry wart.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But unfortunately, I was born with some issues that I have to have more visits there to make sure that I'm doing all right. And that's just been different for me. I think that has been my biggest wow, what a difference from a big city to a small town. I think that's just been the biggest shocker for me. It was just like, well, what do you mean the doctor doesn't call me and talk to me on the phone? Because they're just like, what? Like, they don't have time for that, which they are super busy. Don't get me wrong, because we're in a bigger area now.
And they're doctors.
But just back home, I had phenomenal doctors. I mean, they would call me at home. And so I got used to that kind of stuff. But we'll get there. Our kids are doing great. Our kids are doing awesome. They're making so many friends.
The summer, the hot weather wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No.
It wasn't.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm outside, I'm sweating, it's dripping down my you-know-what. But,
Ew.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. But anyway, I mean, it's hot just standing there. It's definitely very hot.
However, my breathing, I would say this summer, has been a lot.
Yeah, asthma.
I have had to hit my inhaler here more than I've ever had to hit it. So it's the humidity.
Yeah.
It's just,
Not
but
so
I
much
feel
the
like,
heat, it's the gosh dang humidity. Right?
but I feel like that will get, hopefully
Yeah.
my body will
And you know
adjust
what?
to that.
When it's hot out, you know what's good to do? Swim. Go to the beach.
We swim all the time.
Yeah, we do a
Swim.
lot of that.
Beach and checking out. We're always up for checking out new places.
And we are going to be a lot more vigilant and better at taking you guys along with us to check out new places. We saw so many cool things that we didn't videotape, and we'll have to go back and redo them just to show you guys because
really cool.
We found some really awesome stuff.
So my advice to you, if you're going through this or thinking about it, some of my tips that I would have done is definitely more research with doctors and schools. I cannot express that enough. So that would be my advice. We were so in the moment, like right when we were about to. We didn't.
It was because we rushed to pack.
We were.
But from the day we knew we were moving here to the day we actually moved here was less than 2. It was a month and a half. I mean, it wasn't even.
Do it our way.
It was a month and like a week. It was like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. So our main concern is where we're gonna live.
Yeah. Where are we gonna live, and how the heck are we gonna get rid of half of our stuff that we have?
Yeah, and I think
we didn't get rid of enough.
We were just those were our we were just like, oh, there's doctors everywhere. We'll find it when we get down there, which is true. And we, like I said, we have found some amazing doctors for our kids. That's my main concern, is always my kids first. And I have found a great internalist, family doctor for myself. It's just the specialist. I'm finding a little bit challenging to find that feeling of home, but we'll get there. And but I would have definitely just, I wish I would have done more research on doctors. So I would just say if that's one of your concerns, just kind of try to do your research, get on these pages. These pages are awesome tools to use moving to Florida, and just a bajillion. Can you think of some?
Probably the Florida with 5 Facebook page. I mean, that's new. You guys should check that out. We
you
just started that.
You are so cheesy today. What is up?
But yeah, the moving to Florida page is awesome.
Relocating.
I'll put the link down in the description below.
Hashtag Shannon approved, right?
You got it, Shannon.
So yeah, just use these, those tools and those pages. Everyone on there is amazing. You don't have to be a Floridian yet to be asking any questions. You just say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Anyone have any good doctors or pediatricians? And everyone's so willing to help.
And the great thing about it is there's tons of people on there. It's called Moving to Florida. So you think it's all a bunch of people that haven't moved yet. But guess what? People move, and just like us, we're still members of the page. Yep. We're still commenting on things, helping people out.
People are helping us, even though
right.
we're already here. We've had a ton of people reach out to us and help us with different things. So it's really cool to see a community like that.
For
just
sure.
Work together. So that's what I would suggest is get on these pages and just ask questions. Get out there. Don't be afraid. No questions are stupid questions. And that's what I would have done. I would have asked more questions. But we're getting there, guys. We're feeling, each day is getting better. And yeah, I don't think it's ever going to replace our family being here. Because I honestly feel like the week they were down here, I finally felt like home.
You will again when we go back.
I did. I finally, but then I have to come back here.
Yeah, and you're going to be cold.
Yeah. But I think having my family here was the first time that I actually felt like this was my home. Other than I miss my grandparents so much. I miss my aunts and my uncles.
Great having 16 people in our house for a week, wasn't it?
It was fun.
We loved it.
It was fun. We're used to a chaos house, so it was good. But no, come back, guys. Come back. No, but I'm super excited to get home for Thanksgiving. I can't wait to see my grandparents. I can't wait to see just everybody, my aunts and uncles. I'm just super excited to see everybody. But I think we're getting there. I really, really think that this video is going to seem it's going to be night and day different from our year once we hit that year mark. Yeah. I feel like each time it's getting closer and closer.
I feel like our 1 month video was like we're so sad, poor us.
Yeah.
And now it's getting better, guys.
It is getting better. It is. And
you're getting a nice tan. You're almost caught up to me.
Okay. But yeah, I definitely think that we are doing much better. I got to get over, because my family's always going to be in Wisconsin. So I kind of got to get over that we're here by ourselves stuff. And we just got to keep creating our life here and keep meeting people like we have been, and it will be good.
You got anything else, hon?
I think that's it.
I have to ask her because she is the boss.
Have you had a lot of coffee today?
No. Anyway.
Okay. It's weird today.
We didn't realize this video got a little long. Hope we didn't bore you guys. We got lots of cool stuff planned for our channel for the future. Big announcements coming.
We have a special video this weekend, right? Challenge?
We'll see, I guess.
We're doing a fun thing, so stay tuned.
Yeah, we're going to be doing new stuff on here as well. Stay tuned. Lots of cool stuff planned coming in the future. I put links to our Facebook page, links to our Instagram, all that stuff down below, guys. We're going to start using those pretty heavily. If you haven't yet, again, subscribe, and we will see you.